at Buzztv. It's a great day for us because it's another product review day. But before we get into that, it's Veterans Day, so we want to show some love to the troops, and we're doing it with our Support the Troops Vegas Golden Knights hockey jersey. And for us today, we're giving number 24, Mr. Lindbergh, some love. So with that, let's dive right into this thing. What did we get? We got a box from our friends at Swagtron. And I know you're going, Swagtron? What could that be? Well, they make a lot of really cool things, but what we asked for and got was an electric skateboard. That's right. We got the Swagtron electric skateboard. Now let's take a look at this thing. That's right, the Swagboard. This thing's pretty cool. 38.5-inch deck, so it's technically a mini longboard. Your battery's in here, and it's in a nice protective case, so nothing's going to happen to it. Let's say you have a battery issue, you're not going to get injured. If you're messing around, you're out and about, you're not going to mess up the battery compartment. You have one motorized brushless wheel. Now the weight is 178 pounds, made 5'7", $130. I fit this nicely. They say 11 miles on a single charge, 6 to 11 miles. Depending on how hard you're just riding this thing and throttling out. Also, if you're going up hills or up a grade versus a straight road versus an incline. Also, the charging time's about 3 hours, which isn't bad. It has this really cool remote, which is USB-able, so that's how you're going to recharge that. You're going to go forward, and it has a braking. In fact, let's turn it on and show you a little bit. So you power the board on, turn your remote on. You see the power lights there, so this is your power switch. And well, let's look at our wheel. So you do have a throttle capability to get at a certain speed, but when you're there, braking's pretty much it. Now, you definitely don't want to hit the brakes if you're max speed now. For the simple reason you might just launch yourself. So you're going to slowly come down, throttle down versus just rock on that brake. Well, unless you want to launch yourself. $178 is the price point for this thing. That's right, they really, really, really nailed it. Now you can pick them up at their website. The link's right down here, swagtron.com. You can get them on Amazon, a few other places, so that's really not a bad thing. But you know what? We took a ride or two on this, so let's take a look at me and having some fun on it. We'll come right back. And here we go. We're getting ready, testing out our Swagboard. See, it cruises. So, as you see, we're doing a nice little cruise. Through the parking lot. Swagging down, rocking the remote. And it's a very nice cruise, nice and steady. And I'm quite impressed with that little drive to get to the ride. Rock on, Swagboard. You just kicked heavy ass. Okay, so we're back here with our Swagboard. A few things we've learned, especially with the remote, so we're going to show you. The remote has a cruise control function. On top of being able to throttle up from a slow speed, staying at a slow speed, or going at your max speed, if you hold it on any certain speed for a couple seconds, it'll lock in with the cruise control. So let's show you. So right now we're at a very casual speed. We've kept it on this for a couple seconds. And as you see, we just cruise. Now we'll pick it up a little. And now we're at max speed, not holding the remote. And we're there. So we're at max speed again, off the remote, and staying at that max speed. If you want to just cruise, pop the remote and you're coasting. So now we're going up a little incline. that you see, just cruising around the block in the neighborhood. So my speed slows down a little because of the incline, but nothing significantly ugly. And again, we're in cruise control mode. And coming to the top of the hill, going around the corner again, we're going to pick up some speed if I'm correct, and yes we do. And we're going back to our max speed. So this is what we mean about 6 to 11 miles. If you're constantly on the throttle, maybe going up an incline, you're going to get less mileage. If you just let off a little and you're coasting before you need to give it some gas again, you're there. Now, braking. Now, I don't know if you saw that little jerk I had. Let's get it up to speed again and show you. So, you're in cruise control mode, and we're cruising. We'll come off the throttle, so we're coasting, and now we'll slowly come back on the brake. And you see it does jerk you forward, so that's something you really need to be careful of. But for us and the Swagboard, this thing is really, really cool. You guys got to get yourself one. And here's the last little thing, because we've been asked, you need to know too. Let's just say your battery runs out. You can actually ride your Swagboard and kick it like a regular skateboard. So, this thing really, really, really is a great thing. We love Swagboard. So you see, this thing's pretty cool. Really responsive with the throttle. The braking's really tight. You like that. And it's just a fun thing to ride. Now again, musicians and people in our industry, that's the main reason we ask for something like this, because you know, there's times we're parked here, venue's over here, or I'm here, stage is over here. Well, this is a fun little way to get around. We like that sort of thing. Now this is definitely something you're not taking off-road, you're not riding in the grass. It's not made for that sort of thing. But for what it is and what it's made for, it's a cool little unit. Again, your top speed's about 10, 11 miles an hour. There are other boards out there that'll be quicker, and they're a whole lot more money. We've seen them go anywhere from $400 to $600 all the way up to $1,500. And again, that's a lot of cash for, you know, an electric skateboard. Now there's other products in that world, and again, we'll be hitting those people up and trying to get demos, and we'll definitely compare everything to the Swagboard. Now for us, again, we love the Swagboard for what it is and what it does, and the price point of $179. This is a great, great unit. If you have a kid, this is definitely something I'd get my kid, but again, helmets, wrist pads, elbow pads, all that stuff, because you actually can get hurt on something like this. And for us adults, this is a fun little cruisable thing. I'm definitely going to use it just cruising around having fun versus, you know, from here to there. I would recommend it on a 5-star basis. We're going to give this 4.5 stars. We really don't see any issues with it. We've had it for about a week, so it's still new to us. Now, we have read a lot of reviews, and we've seen the ones where people had issues and things weren't working, or this stopped, or this broke. They got a hold of Swagtron and they, boom, hooked them up with a new unit. They swapped it out, didn't play any games with them. So from what we see, the customer support at Swagtron is extremely great. And again, customer support to us is probably the biggest thing you could do with a customer. Once you have our money, that's great, but if we have an issue and you don't help us out, we're never coming back. And when you have a company like Swagtron that'll stand behind what they have, you know, how do you not go with them? So again, for us, 4.5 stars out of 5. We really, really love this product. Everything's nice about it. It's safe. Your battery compartment's sealed. You have a brushless motor here. So you could get it damp. I wouldn't say go swimming with it, but if you go down a curb and it gets wet, you're going to be okay. You have a really cool little remote with the wrist strap so it's not going to fall off when you're there. Get to their site, swagtron.com. The link is right down here. Check out the Swagboard. They have so many other really cool things there. I get into them all, but there's one, so many, and two, we don't have them, so $179, $178. Swagboard. This thing is really, really cool. So for us, for the Swagboard, Buzztv, the Vegas Golden Knights, because we're supporting the troops, we're out of here, guys. See ya.